Good afternoon, all. Today is one of those fun days. You know, the presidency has a lot of seriousness to it, and a lot of times you come to this podium and you've got to give reaction to this event, to that event, tell the good and the bad, what's going on in our nation. But today's one of those days that we get to pay tribute to one of our former presidents. I know of no other house in the country, maybe in the world, that has portraits of its former occupants hanging in the house. This tradition was started by First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy in the 1960s. It's a event project sponsored by the White House Historical Association. And Jackie Kennedy actually was the person behind what you see in the White House today, as far as the furniture, as far as a lot of the renovations, restoration that went on. Um, when Jackie first arrived, she found a White House that needed some fixing up. It was through her efforts and through the launching of the White House Historical Association that those efforts have come full circle now, and we have a beautiful, beautiful president's home. Well, today we are going to continue a tradition that has gone on for many, many years, and that's the unveiling of the official presidential photograph or portraits. I keep saying photographs, but portraits of President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. It's always the tradition of the successor to unveil the portrait of the previous president, and unfortunately, that tradition lapsed a little bit, but we are going to continue it here today. Um, it's indeed an honor and a privilege to have both Michelle and Barack here at the White House. Again, the presidency is something that's unique. There's very few people who understand what goes on in this office, uh, and you see when you on the campaign and you're seeing all the fighting, you're seeing all the political back and forth. But once you take that oath of office and once you get into office, it's a whole new ball game, and it's a very exclusive club that very few people understand what happens. And so that's why it's important that we do these traditions of unveiling portraits and getting together. I think that's important. Unfortunately, the only time that it seems to happen that presidents and former presidents get together are at inaugurations and at state funerals. So it's good to have a happy moment here today to unveil it. One thing that the Obamas brought to the White House was a sense of family, and I can tell you the transition into the White House and out of the White House, it's an awesome task. And I could say that President Obama was helped tremendously by his predecessor, President George W. Bush, in a successful transition into office, and that laid the groundwork for 8 successful years in office. Now, I know many of you have actually visited the National Portrait Gallery just down the road here in Washington. There is a portrait of President Obama in that gallery uh, in front of some ivy, which is indicative of the Chicago Cubs, of the dear Chicago Cubs back home uh, in Chicago. This portrait's being unveiled today. It's the official portrait that will hang uh, forever in this building. As you walk the hallways of the White House and you gaze at the paintings, the portraits of every president since George Washington, you look at them and you ask, what 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 were the challenges that you faced um, as president? Most of us do know that from history, but oftentimes you're struggling with a tough issue, and you walk those halls late at night, and you ask yourself, what would Barack do, or what would President Bush do? President Bush do. Now, uh, President Obama, uh, your portrait will hang in the White House, and future occupants forever can gaze up and ask, what would Barack do? Ladies and gentlemen, Barack and Michelle Obama. Thank you all very much.